Greetings and salutations, all you lovely people and beautiful souls. Welcome to League Unlock. Eric and Mark with you guys as week 3 of LCK action kicks off. And what better way to start things off than with the defending LCK champions hitting the rifts, looking for their second win. Yeah. Just their second win.
SKT needing to get into form here pretty quick as the summer split gets underway in the LCK. And hey, this is the time to get it done right now because, yeah, you've had a couple of matches which might have seemed like, yeah, you got the win against Jin Air, which, hey, Jin Air should have won. And then you've obviously run into a stretch here of some struggles, but, hey, good chance to get a bounce back here and a meaningful bounce back against the Damwon squad.
Just keep in mind that, yeah, they should have gotten 2-0'd by Jin Air, which means they should be coming into this match against Damwon rocking an 0-4 scoreline, the only team without a win. But they did beat Jin Air. Damwon, 2 wins in a row coming into this one, riding a little bit of a hot streak. And game 1, it's the 5 you've come to expect for SKT, no subs.
No subs from SKT, and that is the top lane Karma coming through for the side of Damwon, running with them. I think it was probably trying to be more of a tank Karma, but hey, the attention is not top lane early. It is in the bottom lane. Teddy says, well, thank you very much. I'll pick up my kill and move on.
I'm always surprised when teams don't recognize the level 2 power spike. It's the oldest trick in the book. Mata lands the double snare. Teddy gets ahead, then a little scrap around Rift Herald, and again, it's just the 2v2 for SKT dominating with the Kalista.
This is what we've been wanting to see since MSI as this bottom lane start to really pop off again. Yes, they had been okay in some of the losses that you had been seeing from SKT, but this is a lane that we know can dish out some of that pain, help them pick up the pace earlier on. And this one, yes, it wasn't the fastest pace, but it was a good, strong performance in that bottom side for SKT.
And SKT was completely dominating the Dragons. You see they got 5. They could have got the 6th Dragon Dream. They grabbed the Baron here. Damwon tries to contest, but it is much too late for that. SKT grabs the big purple worm and the team fight afterwards, and then it's just simply running at bottom lane. I don't know what that Tom Kench ulti there was.
Yeah, that Tom Kench ulti, not the 200 IQ ulti that you're wanting to see here at this point, the one that you need in order to try and make a comeback stand here in this game 1, but oh man, this was all SKT here in this one. Looks like it was slow control here throughout the course of this 34-minute win for the T1 squad.
Yeah, SKT continues to go against the mold of the current meta. This looked like seasons past, a slow, controlled LCK kind of game. Not many kills, but they do get it done in game number 1. And game 2, Mark, you got to explain this draft to me. That's a Lulu mid and a Sona Pyke bottom lane. Where's the damage? Is it the Xin Zhao in the early game? Because that didn't go well.
If you're counting on it being the Pyke carry, I guess you can talk about having maybe Mata having more experience there, but you gotta be putting someone like Teddy, Faker, or Khan on that Pyke here. Come on, show a little bit more cojones here. Let's get that pick there because, hey, I tell you what, rolling through it in the support side here with this composition, SKT absolutely did not have any type of damage whatsoever needed in this composition, and they weren't going to be getting that damage until far too late here. And meanwhile, guess what? Damwon's got picked on their side. They got that 1-3-1 split push comp here, and they got a great and strong Fiora in that top side. There is no chance for SKT in this game 2.
And then they try and go with a 5v4, and well, the 4 are winning this 5v4 pretty handily. And by the way, there's already no inhib turret for that Fiora, so that's an inhib down onto the Nexus turrets, and all of SKT fleeing because your base is in shambles.
Yeah, there's nothing to do about this one. This was one of those type of situations where maybe you can see some of that creativity. You can kind of get that, yes, there's some type of protect composition here. They're trying to do these things. It never worked out, and that's the biggest problem here is that you took this type of gamble, didn't pay off here, and now you're having to go. Oh, Jesus.
Nuggery, absolutely no respect for SKT.
What a champ. What a legend right there doing that. Hey, gotta love to see that little bit of BM in there.
Maybe it was a misclick.
Even if it's a misclick, you gotta get a little bit of that tilt heading into your opponent's mind for game 3. 200 IQ right there from Damwon.
Yeah, that's a sour note to end a game on if you are SKT. So they go into game 3, still no subs, and say, okay, that comp was a no-go, no bueno. Let's draft some actual damage, and let's have Clid have an actually impactful early game. That's a 4-man dive bot with the TP. Super clean for them there. Clid's about to die, and Mata plays here. Clean
Beautiful.
dive. 2 for 0 for SKT.
Seen that before from Mata. Excellent save there. Getting ahead here is SKT. Now, hey, you're thinking to yourself, this is good. This is the type of advantage that you would want to be seeing.
Oh,
here.
that's a whiff.
But that is not the type of play that you want. And right now, the problem for SKT in this game is, yeah, you're picking up these kills, you're picking up these advantages here. But the
a lot
problem
of people dying.
Man, the problem here, SKT did nothing with this advantage early on. They managed to pick it up, but pretty much here, from the end of this fight onwards, it's not a lot of proactivity from the SKT squad pushing and pressuring Damwon to make these mistakes. They gave them time to come back and think of their own plans. And man, you give a Vladimir any amount of time, and that Hemomancer is going to be doing some dirty things.
Oh, the Ash arrows were going wide and long pretty much the entirety of the game. But you saw Khan get very fed on that Aatrox, and SKT just refused to play around him. He was constantly getting dove and pressured by Canyon in the jungle, and he just really couldn't do anything. And then Damwon starts up the Baron, and the rest of SKT are just watching, and here comes another arrow.
Teddy, yikes. I can't keep helping you, man. When you're
missing 3 in a row.
When you're missing them like that, that is not helping the team. That's one of those ones where you go in all chat almost, and you tell the ADC, like, look, just hold on to the arrow for a couple more seconds. Wait till you're maybe a little closer in the team fight. Make sure you land it, because you need to land it in order to have any type of impact coming through from it. There's another one that doesn't add up. Again, that is a big whiff, and this one, hey, I tell you what, game 3 is going to be a whiff for this SKT squad. Didn't think that that Damwon had the damage to take the Baron from them while SKT still had the advantage. Well, they did. They take this Baron as well here, and it's going to spell all you needed to see here. SKT looking to drop another one here in the summer split.
And we spent a lot of time roasting Teddy for his arrows, but this is a Gragas Yasuo comp for SKT, and we haven't even talked about it at all. That's because Faker's Yasuo was pretty much invisible in this game.
Yeah, this was not the performance that you wanted from Faker, not the performance that you would expect from someone like Faker in a game 3 type of situation here.
It's a 5v4 here. They kill the Vlad. He can't win the fight.
Let alone a situation where he says, look, give me this carry, give me this type of champion, where it's all or nothing on the Yasuo. Did not deliver in that performance. It seemed like for pretty much the most part, the Yasuo would go in, take too much damage, and then end up either dying or needing to use up Clid devouring him type of situation, which put, again, the rest of the team at a problem. So this was not the performance, not the game 3 that you would have wanted from SKT. And it's even worse because, yes, the start of this game 3 was what you would have wanted to see at the start of game here for SKT. And then you kind of hit that 15-minute mark and the problems started to show themselves again, the inactivity around the map. This game is moving far too fast here for the way SKT is thinking that things can go, the amount of damage that can come through on objectives. This type of control is not leading in the favor of SKT, and man, need a wake-up call here, boys. This has got to change.
3 in a row for Damwon now. They go to 3-2. Solid series from them. SKT drops to 1-4. And by the way, last split they finished the regular season 14-4. Yeah. So they've already matched their loss total from spring. That's good.
And hey, I tell you what, from what I've seen from this squad right now, I do not like their chances on going on an extended run like that to make sure that it is staying at those 4 wins. I think there will be a couple more here for the SKT squad. But if you are looking for any type of positives here from this game, which I will say, even in this series where you do leave disappointed at the end of it, there are some positives. I think Khan did deliver a stronger performance than he has been in the past couple of weeks. And I think the important thing to remember here is that they stuck with this roster. They seem to be committed here to making this 5 be the 5 to get it done. Need to start seeing some changes on Rift from these 5.
The biggest mystery head scratcher to me is that these 5, who they got to MSI with, they didn't sub anyone in spring. It seems like they've lost some synergy. Gragas and Yasuo can't get on the same page. They're not playing around Khan. The strength from this squad in spring was that they could play through any one of their 3 lanes and lead that to a victory. Everything just seems kind of off with them right now.
And we talked about that a lot when this super team was assembled here, that, hey, when we saw a couple of struggles towards the start of spring, things like that, you would be talking about,
it takes time.
Takes some time. Need to let these guys get together, gel the personalities, the little play styles that you're going to have at moments when you're not thinking. Things like that do take time to develop here. Well, it's been that time. You've had enough time to really
saw the
settle
peak
in,
of them.
and we have seen it start to come together. That's why the questions now about not seeing as much synergy, not seeing the performance, not seeing the results that the T1 organization and their fans should be expecting come through. That's why we're starting to hammer down on these players.
For some reason, it looks like SKT is starting from ground zero, even with a split title under their belt. Coming up after the break, the other matchup from week 3 of the LCK. Jin Air, the only team behind SKT, still searching for their first win, go up against Kingzone. Welcome back, ya beauties, to League Unlock. Mark and Eric here with you guys, ripping through a little bit of LCK action in week 3. Jin Air looking better than SKT these days, taking on Kingzone fresh off a loss, which they looked unbeatable in their first 3 matches, but they did drop a set to Afrika, looking to bounce back against those Green Wings who have looked better in the summer split, even though they don't have a win yet.
They certainly have looked better, and man, for a lot of League of Legends fans, hearing that phrase that Jin Air looking better than SKT, it's like stepping on a whole bin of Lego toys right there. That is
an entire bin.
Whole bin. That is the painful experience there. But hey, Jin Air, they do deserve it because their performance has been better. We have been seeing some improvements here. And hey, if you're going to be always making the jokes about Jin Air at the bottom, all these type of things, you do got to give them the credit when you do start to see some improvements. You see that effort. We are seeing that with Jin Air. Need it tonight against Kingzone.
At the very least, nowadays, you watch Jin Air games, and it actually looks like a game of League of Legends that's somewhat competitive. And we did get that again against Kingzone, which is oh so exciting to see, where you can actually be hyped about some of these games. You got Azir for Nahyun in that mid lane, Tusin on the Nautilus, and look at this, Jin Air early, we're making ganks, we're getting kills.
This is what I want to be seeing. This is Jin Air saying, yeah, this is the LCK, glad playing Jin Air coming through here,
TP
picking
party.
up these kills early, and look at this in the top side, they're going all in on it,
Run
using
Rascal.
that is that nasty Yuumi coming through there, doing that stun there, getting it through, but hey, gets that trade kill, but still going in the way of Jin Air.
Yeah, 4v1, you get a 1-for-1, maybe not.
I'll take it. I'm still taking it.
That's the greatest.
That is NA worth, and if it's worth it in NA, Jin Air is going to take it.
I mean, Vitality absolutely loves that trade. They
Yikes.
wish they could get that trade. 4 Dragons, though, the way of Kingzone. Even though they were down in kills early on, the objective and map control was very much in their way until this team fight in the mid lane. There's the Yuumi putting out some damage again, and Jin Air going with the extended fight and the chase down. You know Zoe loves to pick people off as they run away.
Zoe loves to do that, and I tell you what, one of my favorite things, I am not a big fan of Yuumi as a champion, but if you're putting her alongside an Ezreal in the bottom lane, talk about that mobility that you are now getting on that other champion as well. It is disgusting. And hey, it was full on one of the ways that Jin Air was pushing their power here. But hey, looking for that engage. It is Kingzone trying to take their advantage and trying to push themselves through the line here to pick up the game 1 win.
Jin Air did grab the Baron there in that fight, but while they were doing that, Nahyun was soloing an Elder Dragon, and yeah, that's a double Infernal 5-stack Elder. That's going to be enough.
Yeah, I think Azir likes to have that on. I think Azir thinks that's pretty strong.
I think that is a little bit good, but Jin Air, very back and forth. Kingzone does come away with it around that Baron with the Elder. Game 2, Nahyun saw Faker on the Yasuo with the Gragas, and he says, you know what, I'll try my hand at this. But in the bottom lane, again, Defton Tusin, one of, if not the best bot lane in the LCK, they are getting dumpstered by the Lux Ezreal.
Getting caught with your pants down again. It's that level 2 advancement there, that thing, getting that root there from the Lux. Everyone's got to know that that's what's coming next.
Lux is only in literally every single game across the globe these days, and Yasuo's not in every single game, but Nahyun, he doesn't even need the Gragas to land his own ulti. He's doing it himself.
Nahyun said, hey, if Faker is the first solo kill Yasuo that's on your team, the one that's going 1-14 and everything else, I'm going to be the one that's nasty and in your face all the time. I'm the one in all chat getting under your skin, making sure that I'm the hard carry for my team, looking strong as the Yasuo for Kingzone.
I want to keep track of the pings per minute that Nahyun was spamming on the Yasuo in this one because he deserved it. That sick wind wall on the Irelia ulti. He did get caught out once or twice in some of these fights, but you know, that's the Yasuo way. You got to throw away the bounty gold at some point. Around the Baron, again, it's Kingzone in full control of the Dragons, waiting to take this one down. Then they finally bursted. That is a whiff on the Lux laser. They do take down the Evelyn on the way out. By the way, there was an Evelyn in this game, and now a Baron over to Kingzone.
And you have to give the respect over to the Evelyn in this one. Malrong really did do a strong job on
early
the
game
Evelyn.
on point.
Hey, and in this composition, what you had to be doing, the Evelyn is a hard one to be executing on, and he was finding ways to get it done. But hey, too much here for the Jin Air squad to hang on to here. It is Kingzone coming through, punching the ticket in the win column here, taking this one. But this is certainly a time here to talk about the progression that Jin Air has been showing here. Tip the cap and say, hey boys, we like what you're doing. Bring it on next time, and we'll hopefully see you pick up one of those wins here out here in the LCK Summer Split.
Here's the biggest compliment I'll give to Jin Air. You could turn the nameplates off in this game, and you would just think that they're another LCK team. Maybe SKT, maybe someone else, but you wouldn't be saying classic Jin Air getting destroyed 2-0. That was not the case at all in this series. It was very close, and in 2019 LCK Summer, we are now saying that Naehyun on Yasuo, the man who could never win a game in any professional league, just outperformed Faker completely on Yasuo, and it wasn't close. It wasn't close.
I don't like it.
They weren't head-to-head, but
feels like too much of kind of like a clickbait situation to be talking about it in that type of way, but the stats don't lie. That yes, the performance that we saw from Faker today was absolutely not up to the level of himself, let alone someone that should be the mid laner for the Team 1 organization. And then you look at what Naehyun was able to deliver here for Kingzone. It was that type of carry performance that you need to be relying upon from your mid laner in these type of matchups, especially when they're taking these type of picks here and pick and ban. Needs to be coming through with the damage. Didn't happen for SKT. It's happening for Kingzone. And man, we thought it would be the end of the summer split for Kingzone without Pawn, but Naehyun has absolutely stepped up, delivering big time here for the Kingzone squad.
Yeah, and the big other thing to take for Kingzone is it was an underwhelming series from Deft and Tucson. You saw them losing straight up 2v2 against Jin Air, and despite that, they're still able to come away with a series win. So plenty of positives for Kingzone. They go to 4-1, Jin Air 0-5. Sorry, boys.
Sad times.
Close, though. There's still progress there for Jin Air, and who knows, they might be getting 2 wins before SKT here in summer. There's no way of knowing, but Kingzone back to the very top of the standings.